If it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. This is, without a doubt, one of the most important stories I've ever shared. Ultimately, we're doing our best to answer the question, WTF happened? And just as importantly, how can we transmute these experiences into a force for good?
And these are stories that we feel very strongly need to be told, not only for us to tell our stories, but also so the community at large can learn from the things that we're sharing and understand different implications and things that can happen, things to watch out for. And we'll get deeper into it as we go in.
It was really more like a snake bite. That's, I think, the best energetic comparison to it. It was shocking. And it was quick and it was jarring to my system. By nature of hiring a coach, there is a power differential. We are assuming that this person knows more in some way, has more experience, has more expertise, more wisdom, more something. We're hiring them for a purpose because we see that they have some.
When you're wanting to lean into this person for support that you hire to support you, and then you're met with a slap in the face, that I think was like the beginning of behaviors that then went on to escalate to like way, way, way worse than that.
When a client comes to you in a trauma, in a parent trauma, and they're met with a snake bite, that's not a way to demonstrate that you're trauma informed, much less an expert in trauma management transformation. Even as she was sharing information about other people, basically talking shit about other people in my sessions to me, I was thinking she's a very, very successful coach in this field. I'm a private client. I'm paying thousands of dollars a month. This is part of my coaching. And I can't ask a question without getting that immediate and pretty brutal bite back. It occurs to me that this was a confusion matrix that we were in. I think that's what keeps us stuck is because there's enough good moments. And it's not unlike a narcissistic relationship, narcissistic abuse. There are enough good moments with the narcissist that it keeps you thinking that, oh gosh, it'll come back around or something.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the confusion matrix again. Oh, the big lesson for me is don't leave, because if you do, she's going to talk shit about you, whether or not it's true. And the way that she was framing it was that truth has a frequency, and that if you listen to her, and if the frequency is truth, then it is true. And so people who are highly suggestible are more easily able to be hypnotized or highly hypnotizable as well. Easily and effortlessly, it can be to influence people on a very subtle level and make them think it's a good idea and make them think it's their idea.
There's also a lot of, in these retreats, pushing everyone to their extreme with lack of sleep, lack of food, not having your needs met.
When you're sleep deprived, you're more easily controlled. You're more highly suggestible than you already are, or I am anyway, and those of us who score very high on openness are. I remember at one point watching this whole thing unfold with Betty telling this person, I'm bored with you. I am so bored with this conversation.
And I think it puts a level of fear, because it's like, if I wasn't expecting that to happen to her, and I'm also not quite sure exactly why it happened, then how do I know it's not going to happen to me?
Some people use embarrassment and shame as a weapon.
Yeah.
My suspicion is that Betty was doing that.
She was constantly trying to make us feel like we were under attack, or that there was like some kind of dark energy, or this person is out to get you, or this is out to get you, whatever. And also to like invite people to an experience and have them pay a lot of money and then not feed them, and then use that to your advantage. That's a problem to me.
But I truly didn't recognize until after I fully stepped out of it, the level of gaminess there was to how my trauma, my psychology was being used to keep me close and to keep me engaged. Is it helpful that I know myself? Yeah. 2020, 2021, I was having some existential crises. It was a stressful time. Understanding who I am, what my role is on the planet. What I do know for sure is that the longer time I spent with her, the more separate I began to feel from my husband, from my family, because there was this sense of that they don't understand you. I understand you way better. I've got your back. They don't have your back.
The only way to really break the spell is to bring the truth to light.